King's Bounty Armored Princess is this week's game, and really with a title like that, you can go a lot of ways. Like, what kind of armor is it? Is it going to be a plate mail? Is it going to be a scale mail? Or is it going to be something, I don't know, not quite so metallic, but something that's... I am not properly dressed for this. Give me a minute. I mean, does this work? It's not quite this... Oh, hold on. Yeah, I gotta ditch the pants, but... Yeah, I feel like we're ready now. Okay, enough of that. Let's jump into the game itself. When we pick new game, we can choose our difficulty, we can choose our class, and down below we can pick a nickname to give to the princess Amelie. Hold the phone! Now, I don't know a lot about Amelie, but I've listened to enough advice podcasts to know one thing. She's a borrower. From here we're thrown into the middle of a fantasy world that used to be peaceful, but of course is now under conflict, and only the Princess Amelie can solve it.
The young Princess Amelie.
Amelie? Gah. Next you're going to tell me that it's actually pronounced King's Bounty. But really, what's this conflict that's got us all worked up? I mean, what's this issue that... Oh! Oh, hello. That is a problem. Once you get control of your princess, you go up here. Notice that even though you're a paladin, you're still not wearing pants. You sort of have a conversation with your father, but you can't actually choose what you want to say for most of it. Yada yada yada. Long story short, you break an hourglass that's magical for some reason, you open up a portal to another dimension, and you go through it. The storyline itself isn't very good, but you don't really need it. It's just there to give you some sort of motivation, sort of like in a game like Heroes of Might and Magic. A little research shows that this game is the sequel to the spiritual successor of the game that inspired Heroes of Might and Magic, so that comparison is pretty solid. The meat of the game is in the battles. It's a turn-based tactical combat system with a few interesting twists. In addition to your army, you also have your dragon and your spellbook. Your dragon uses rage, which is accumulated when your forces take damage. The spellbook uses either mana or scrolls, both of which are gained by exploring the world map. Generally speaking, in my experience, the dragon's abilities are more focused on offense, whereas the spellbook is more focused on support and healing. It's not a very complex battle system, but I think that's a good thing. It helps you from being overwhelmed early on. The battles that should be challenging are challenging, and the ones that are pretty easy, you can just auto-battle through and it's no problem. At the end of the battle, you get a report of how much experience you and your dragon got, along with the gold you received and how many troops you lost. Your units don't level up, but that turns out to be a good thing. You're not emotionally connected to them, so you feel free to experiment with different types throughout the game. On the other hand, your main character and your dragon have lots of customizations available. In addition to the standard equipment slots, you have a skill tree there on the right. Instead of getting skill points, you get runes. Different skills cost different amounts of runes, depending on which branch they're in and just from skill to skill. From what I played, there were two ways to get runes. You get them from leveling up, and you sometimes find them while exploring the world map. You can either focus on one particular skill tree or try and branch out and build a more balanced character. When your dragon levels up, you get three choices. These are either going to be boosts to their current abilities or an ability that you didn't have unlocked before. You also get to name your dragon. I chose to name mine Esteban because I like to imagine he plays guitar in his free time. The rating on this one is pretty easy. It's better than finding a dime on the sidewalk because I feel it's more valuable than that dime. But it's not as good as a cold glass of water on a hot day because it's not that refreshing. It's just good. If you're looking for something lighter than XCOM that's still going to scratch that tactical itch, this is a good way to go, especially if you're a fantasy fan. If you have any questions or you think I missed something in the review, feel free to leave a comment down there. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday. Not wearing this. I'll be wearing something else instead of this. See you then.